Okay, so another day, another series, man, and this one over here is Jesse's Melody Quest. This is a 535 mini-series, as will be every series in this December period, which is amazing. These 535 mini-series are absolutely amazing, but this is brand new, and it's an artist that I've never heard of ever. It's called Atmosphere. The one we're starting with is Puppets. Actually, all of the songs we are reacting to in this series are all from the same artist, so it's Atmosphere. This is brand new to the channel, so I'm very intrigued as to what this is. But right, let's get straight into it, man. Without further ado, Atmosphere Puppets, man, let's go.
Guy with a rock star life, but he still don't fly, so he's mad at the sky. He sits me down, he kicks his wisdom.
I know a guy with a... Sorry, I'm going to try and not pause too much, I know, because it just damages the flow of the music. But that overhead, it's just straight off the bat. I know a guy with a rock star life, but still he doesn't fly, right? He's still angry and just screaming at the sky. Still not happy, come on.
So he's mad at the sky. He sits me down, he kicks his wisdom. He's been around, I give him a listen. Seems like he's got a lot of complaints about how nowadays things ain't the same. Nah, used to play some faith in the basement, a toast for the sky and those kids that he came with. Cause they all on the same shit based on cut down placement. Uptown, stay strong, don't never do a dance with the devil now. That smile is a sign that you're selling now. Judgment, God.
Don't ever do the dance with the devil, because that's the sign that you're selling. Oh my god, fire, man. Obviously, I've said this so many times before. I've said this, that the devil will only come for you when you're at your highest. It's got no business with you when you're at your lowest. You are where he wants you to be at the end of the day, right? When you're at your lowest, he doesn't care because he's not with you. And we're not talking about this devil that with the horns that lives in hell and things like that. We're literally talking about literally the human psyche, the devil within you. It's always going to come at your highest. Why? Because your highest is when the temptations creep in, is because you're not suffering, you're not desperate enough, right? Because you've got everything you want, right? So you're looking for something that's going to distract you in a way that you actually feel something, right? So what do we turn to? Turn to monetary things. We turn to superficiality. We have to worship something. Like if we're not worshiping something that's higher than us, we eventually going to worship ourselves, and we're going to worship mundane things, right? And that's when the devil creeps in. The devil creeps in within yourself. That's when the licentiousness and the decadences and the temptations come in, because it's like I've got nothing that really fills my life with substance, right? So I need to look for something that at least gives me some level of euphoria to feel like I'm human again, right? Because I've got everything I want. There's nothing to chase anymore. Do you know what I mean? So that's basically what he's talking about over there, right? So like I say, I always go back to my grandmother's saying, the tallest trees fall the hardest. Do you know what I mean? You got to know how strong your roots are, and you got to stick to those roots. Come on, man.
Devil now, that smile is a sign that you're selling now. Judgment, gossip, ethics, let's just exploit all this excess. You feel how he feels to walk around town looking down from them tall heels. And who needs fame or fortune when you get the same love that the fame is snorting? Future, so afraid of yours, that's just...
Who needs fame and fortune when you get the same love that the fame is snorting? Fucking fire bar, bro. That is a fire fucking bar, bro.
Same love that the fame is snorting.
No, go back. I need to listen to that line again.
Ethics, let's just exploit all this excess. You can feel how he feels to walk around town looking down from them tall heels. Hey. Who needs fame or fortune when you get the same love that the fame is snorting? Future, so afraid of yours, that you strayed from the course and you came up short. Believe you would have more credibility if he wasn't just another drunk skunk pill junkie. It's obvious to me that he's still hungry for the superstars, a little bad lucky. Go ahead and get mad at God, point your fingers at your dad and at Santa Claus. Listen, all of y'all, it's a sabotage. Wouldn't look so bad with the bandage.
It's crazy because this over here, he's just speaking about not actually taking accountability for your own actions, even though you've been given all of these. You've been lucky enough to have the privileges to be where you are, right? Sure, you may have gotten the talent and you may have worked hard and whatever else, but it's still a privilege to have that. And at that level, you need to have some gratitude, because gratitude is what's going to ground you, right? But you have no gratitude, and when you have no gratitude, it gets to a point where it's everybody else's fault when you feel like your life's not, it feels like nothing, right? You're pointing at the sky, you're pointing at everybody else. It's everybody else's, instead of actually taking accountability for your own life, right? And then you start being like, oh, we start playing with the mental illnesses, 1,000 mental illnesses now, right? Literally 60 years ago, there were 7 recorded mental illnesses. Now we've got fucking 300, right? Everything's a mental illness. Smoking's a mental illness. Drinking's a mental illness. Food addiction is a mental illness. Everything's a fucking mental illness today. There's no self-control. There's no free will. You know, you can't control anything. Like, absolutely nothing. You can't control anything, everything. If you can't control something, it's a mental illness, right? That's just the way it is today, right? It's not to say that there aren't legitimate mental illnesses. Of course there are. There are legitimate mental illnesses, but there aren't 300 of them. Let me just fucking tell you. It's all just been marketed, right? For pharmaceuticals and for many other aspects, right? It's all been marketed. Everything's a mental illness. You can't control anything. You're too weak. It's easier for you to pop a pill because you can't control your eating habits. It's easier for you to pop a pill because you're feeling depressed today. Everyone gets depressed. It's what happens, right? And it's crazy. All these famous people are consistently depressed. They're consistently contemplating suicide. But you've got everything. You've got absolutely everything. Right? Then they turn to the pharmaceuticals and they turn to the recreational drugs as well, right? Because life just doesn't have that zest anymore, and I wonder why. How far do you have to stray from your morality to get to a point where you actually feel like life has no more zest, even though you are wealthy beyond anything and have absolutely everything that everybody else would die for? Yeah.
Listen, all of y'all, it's a sabotage. Wouldn't look so bad with the bandage, y'all. It goes 1 for the bar, tab 2 for the shine. Just go to your car and do another line. Barely trust them, they're all puppets. Love is nothing, scared of success. 1 for the bass, 2 for the drums. Last call, gon' take whatever comes. Barely trust them, they're all puppets. Love is nothing, scared of success. How you used to be great. I can't hate on how you choose to relate. But I know that you had the potential. I understand why you wanted to let go. A lot of pressure in the middle of those shoulders, and we ain't getting nothing but older. Ain't nothing changed but the day we run from.
I love the way he actually said there's a lot of pressure in the middle of those shoulders. You know, because if you actually have to say, like, you carry your burdens on your shoulders, essentially, but there's a lot of pressure in the middle of those shoulders because of what you fucking carrying, right? It gives the pressure on not only just the mind, it gives the pressure on the soul. It's actually your center point, right? Your counterpoint over here is literally mind and heart. So what gets affected? Literally your mentality and your spirituality, your spirit, right? Your soul gets affected, right? So there's a lot of pressure on the center of the soul, of those shoulders, because of the weight that you're carrying. That is all the burdens in the world. Anyway, okay.
And we ain't getting nothing but older. Ain't nothing changed but the day we run from. But nobody knows that better than you, huh? Hey. 1 for the bar, tab 2 for the shine. Just go to your car and do another line. Barely trust them, they're all puppets. Love is nothing, scared of success. 1 for the bass, 2 for the drums. Last call, gon' take whatever comes. Barely trust them, they're all puppets. puppets. Love is nothing, scared of success. One for the war, tab 2 for the...
I love the play on the fucking puppets. I think the puppets are actually fantastic. It's almost like you literally, even though you feel like you have control of your life, you're not. You're actually controlled by a system. You're controlled by you're controlled by a society that has formulated this around you without you even knowing, essentially, right? A society that's created the idea of consumption, created the idea of superficiality, and you think that you have free will, but you're not, because you're literally governed by these things that play on your weakest sort of traits, which is, you know, materialism, money, and all those kind of things. So you almost have no control over that. So it's almost like stringless puppets. Like, it's almost like there's no strings over here, but the puppet master's got control of you either way, because everything around it is designed to be his play, and you're there doing what you're doing willingly. So I think it's actually very clever what he's done there.
Bitch, love is nothing, scared of success. One for the bar, tab 2 for the shine. Screaming your car, do another line. Hey. Trust them, they're all puppets. Love is nothing, scared of success. One for the bass, 2 for the drums. Last call, gonna take whatever comes. Barely trust them, they're all puppets. Love is nothing, scared of success.
I love this kind of underground rap, man. Love that. Fucking love that. All substance, zero fucking filler. Unbelievable. It reminds me of a book I once read by Seth Godin. It's actually a marketing book. He's like a marketing genius, for those of you who don't know Seth Godin. And he's got a couple of books. He's got like Idea Virus, Purple Cow. But one of the books that I actually found quite intriguing was a book called What You Gonna Do With That Duck. Right? And he speaks about the nature of everybody trying to get their ducks in a row, right? So the whole society just does that. People just do the things like, oh, I'm trying to get my ducks in a row. That's how they look at their lives. Okay, my ducks are everywhere. I need to get my ducks in a row, right? But once you get your ducks in a row, he asks the question, what are you going to do with that duck? Do you know what I mean? It's like, yes, okay, people tend to think that success in life is literally getting those ducks in a row. It's like, okay, well, I've got everything that society deems me to have. So it says, okay, get your ducks in a row. Cool. You get your ducks in a row, right? But are we doing anything substantive with that duck? What's the point of putting your ducks in a row where everything seems organized, right? But it's all chaotic. Everything's chaos at the end of the day. And the crazy thing is that we've managed to fool society to think that order and chaos, right, are like different things. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. It's actually a very, very interesting, introspective, little philosophical take on that, right? Where it's our perspective of what we're going to do with certain things in our life. So it may seem like we have a level of success because our ducks are in a row, right? But have we done anything with each of those ducks that is of meaning? It's actually quite an interesting take. Anyway, you guys, let me know. This is absolutely fucking fire. Love this. If this is where we're going with this artist, because we're doing all atmosphere, I'm down for this, man. I'm down for this. You guys let me know what you think down below. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.